Well, I think we may have some sound.
Are we there yet? Are we here yet? Okay. I think we're here.
Finally.
Do we have sound?
We haven't YouTubed for
A minute.
a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys.
Do we have any sound? Can you guys hear us?
Hey, JJ. Good to see you.
Yes, we have
Sweet
sound.
Acres Koi
Excellent.
Farm. Good to see you. Jeff, good to see you.
All right. Well, I hope we have some decent sound at least. You got your microphone on. I got mine on.
Oh, and more koi friends. Hertz Koi. Welcome up.
Well, it's just not just about camping, of course.
Nah.
We're here.
We're camping in our driveway.
Camping in the driveway.
We had a bit of a weird weekend of misadventures.
Speaking of misadventures, yeah, there's going to be a video
For
right
real.
after this live. Go ahead and watch it.
Yeah,
you're going to hear about some really misadventures. Huge mistake on our part.
Oh yeah. It was interesting.
And then what we had to decide to do at the last minute, but it is unfortunately what it is lately,
Yeah. So we did make the attempt to go camping. We did do an overnighter at the campground, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But where we were at had really, really, really bad cell phone service. So it was really hit or miss whether or not we were getting any kind of anything. Like when we first showed up to our campsite, we tried to do the old telephone call to make it quick and easy to back the camper in. There was no signal. At that point, we're just kind of shaking our heads. We get out our walkie-talkies, which are also weather radios, and one of those failed to be happy. So down, 2 strikes on a weekend, very likely to have extreme weather. And we actually waited to leave our house because it was storming when we were leaving. The storms we watched to the south of us were incredibly impressive, but we just didn't want to be in them. So since we couldn't get weather updates and all that kind of stuff, we basically made a last minute decision to cook dinner and bail out. And we got home safely and soundly and watched weather channels.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit more in that video.
Yeah, the video goes a little bit more direct as to what all the weird stuff that happened. And yeah, then dog versus cicada. That was hilarious, by the way.
If you haven't seen that short,
the short was fun. So we pretty much just did the thing and came home early, and here we are. And the weather did get bad down where we were camping. We were literally home watching the radar, and the morning that the dog woke us up with the Song of Her People, we didn't have any really bad weather here. It was just kind of boomy, but down where we would have been camping was in an enhanced area for hatch tornadoes. So we're like, nah, I'm not going to stay. We at least got to sleep in our bed. It was still sort of like camping because we didn't pull everything out of the camper that we needed to. So we were kind of off on our own.
But yeah, it was a decision that we just made for us, safety, and the dog.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to wreck your camper 2 weeks before you actually go on vacation.
Vacation, yeah.
And we we literally did the math this morning and went, oh my God, we got to get ready. So
I'm just a driver. She's the one who gets everything ready.
I have to do all the actual work. So if I slack on my channel views and stuff like that, sorry.
You know, and I don't think we really mentioned a lot of people where we're going this year. Did we?
We may have. Have we told anyone where we're going?
Yeah. If not,
okay, we'll tell you where we're going.
We are going to read a couple comments. Afternoon from the UK. Well, hey, UK. Yeah, that's great. You know, I haven't, can't say that we had anybody on from the UK yet. Thank you, Harkoy. Let's see.
Is that Shane, by the way? Is Hertzkoi Shane? Just.
Oh, Hertzkoi, sorry.
To verify. So I know who's and stuff. Oh, hey, Shane. Thanks.
Well, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to the 9/11 Memorial in Pennsylvania this summer.
Flight 93.
And
something that happened in our lifetime, and yeah.
I've seen pictures. I've seen a few YouTubers throw some videos down out there. We're going to try and see what we can get. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of, oh, I think I probably racked my mic. Sorry.
She has a habit of doing that. She'll slap that mic.
It happens.
Mic drop.
Shame.
Anyways, yeah, it's something that happened in our lifetime. I wish it's something that we could film, being that it's a national park. And goofy national park laws about filming and making supposedly money from it. It's the goofiest rule ever. But
it's weird that you have to get a permit anymore just to whip out your cell phone and take some video.
In the land of free country, well, it ain't free evidently. But anyways, yeah, that's something that I really, really personally want to go to. I know she wants to go to it because we were both actually working that day that happened. So
yeah, I got sent home from work.
Yeah, I remember I was actually a custodian at a school at that time. And going to the school, that was kind of the oddest thing. That same day, it was just like that's all they had on TV. It's like everybody was just glued to the TV at that time. So, but it was something. Unfortunately, that happened. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool thing. Like she said, we've seen some videos and stuff, the construction and all that. So where that's at, that's in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. So we are going to the Pennsylvania area in the lower in the lower half of Pennsylvania, central.
I have to refresh the chat. It's being janky. Yeah.
What'd you do?
I broke it because I'm awesome like that.
Did you hide the chat?
I probably did. Now, how do I unhide it? Anybody? Oh, no one can tell me because I can't see it. Okay, try it. We have other technology.
I'm just going to reach over here.
Thank you.
But yeah, we're going to Pennsylvania. And then from there, we are going to go back up to another spot where we stayed at before. I don't think anybody's chatting, so don't worry.
Yeah. Right on.
But anyways, so we are going back Pennsylvania, like I said. We're going to 9/11. We are staying at a campground there for at least 4 days. I hope it's going to be enjoyable. First campground.
Yeah, it's going to be a new experience. That one.
Uh-huh.
The other place that we are going to go is we will be going to Cook Forest. We were there a couple of years ago, and that is one insanely beautiful place. The trees are old, they're vivid, they're beautiful, they're huge.
Yeah.
And it's a very heartfelt, wonderful, calming feeling being in that kind of forest. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's silent.
Now there, if we could live stream,
We can-
but it's hard.
But their internet is based on putting your phone on a tree and
Yeah.
hoping. You know, we had this one guy that was, I think it was Jeremy, and his daughters were
Jeremy
telling
yes.
him to put the phone on the head and the message would go. And
Yeah,
we
and it
found
worked.
that to actually work. As weird as it looked and sounded, it was still an entertaining thing. So, yeah, it as weird as it was, it did work. So,
Speaking of putting phones on heads, Jeff may remember this. We were camping that one time.
mhm.
And if you went and stood, what was it, on a stump or a stone?
Oh yeah. Up in the Uintas, we were camping in the Uintas, and we come strolling through a large group of people who have been disconnected for some time now, and we come strolling through this group, and all of a sudden our devices both just go bonkers, and everybody stares at us, you know, like we're damaged or something, and they're like, the Wi-Fi spot. It was hilarious. Like everybody like rushed to this big rock. It was like internet rock right here. It was the only place you could get a connection. And I was trying to send some texts to a friend that was coming up, and all of a sudden all the texts went out, came in, and we were able to meet up with my friend. But it was really funny because literally we were in a total dead zone.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, bing, bing, bang, bing, all our stuff goes off. It was hilarious.
Yeah, so
we end up going to places like that, and it's really, if we're able to get connection, it is very random. Very random.
So there was another spot that we're actually going to stay at on the way there. And we tried this last year. We were going to stay at a city park in Adair, Iowa. Actually, I would love to stay in that park.
Yeah, it was a nice
we stayed
park.
there for 2 hours on the way back.
We paid like a half a fee. So since we didn't stay the night, we figured, okay, we're gonna plug in. We got to do some stuff. We need to eat lunch. We need to relax. Yeah. So we hung out at this city park for like 2 hours, and instead of paying the full camping fee, which we just didn't have all that much cash, and so we just dropped what cash we had into the fee envelope and wrote them a little note saying, thank you for letting us hang out in your city park. We plugged in for a little while, didn't stay the night, but we'll definitely come back here. So we never heard back from them, so apparently they weren't miffed that we didn't pay for a whole night or anything like that. It was, I think there were like 7 or 8 or, you know, around 10 sites.
Yeah.
And they all had electric. So it's just a little city park. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Carl from Ireland.
Well, hey, Carl.
Good to see you.
So we found a park in, what is it, west of Columbus, I want to say?
Somewhere in Ohio.
Plain City, Ohio. So we're going to stay in Plain City, Ohio for a night and then venture off into the 9/11 Memorial, or the Flight 93 Memorial. I actually think there's enough, they classify 9/11 up in New York as a memorial, so we really can't say that. But anyways, then from there, we're going to go up to, like she said, Cook Forest.
Which we often call Cook's Forest because we can't get rid of that in our head.
Cook Forest, and it's in
Cooksburg. Okay.
Cooksburg, Pennsylvania. While we're there, we're going to go to a place that actually got destroyed by no other can be than a tornado.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go up to
it's a
Kinzu
Bridge.
State Park.
Anyway, it's a giant rail. It was one of the highest rail bridges across a very large chasm. And at some point in time, it was decommissioned. Then it was recommissioned, upgraded, and then hit by a tornado. So the wreckage is below, and the bridge itself, or basically one section of the bridge where it's really high, they've put a plexiglass floor, which I don't know that I'll venture checking through that, but I definitely want to look over the edge and get some mini freakouts going on.
And we know me. I
And
do
Ed'll
not
just
like
stand-
heights.
It'll just stand at the other end
So-
and not probably cross it. Well,
Yeah.
he might go a little ways and then he'll just go, nah, I'm good.
I
So-
gotta do it. I gotta do it. It's vacation. I gotta do it.
Mhm.
You know, I just get across that bridge. You know, if I can get
Just
across
get out there.
so far and stay in there, that's the best.
Yeah.
There's actually some YouTube video that we actually stumbled upon when that was actually working, and it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it did. They would take the train out to the
Steam
other
engine.
side, and it was a steam engine, and they would take the train out to the other side. You could stop and get out of the train. They would back the train up so that they could turn it around, and then they would take it back to the other side.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and it just goes over a river, and it's
Big
just
ravine.
a very, very deep ravine. So it'll be very interesting. I'm suspecting we'll probably walk out on the platform, and then we'll walk around down below, which will be a full day of beating ourselves up.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be fun though.
And I'm sure
It'll be a cool hike.
It'll beat the dog up. which
It'll
is-
definitely beat the dog up.
She's actually napping
She's
right
taking
now.
a siesta, which is perfect.
Perfect, right on the bed behind you guys. So
She's over there.
yeah, we can't beat that right now.
Yeah.
She was being a little poop right before this. This is kind of why we were a little bit delayed, and then
Yeah, we were
of course
having
some of the
camera issues
YouTube changes, and we haven't did a live since Labor
last
Day.
year.
Yeah, last year. I didn't realize there's some changes. It said, "Oh, you need to change orientation." I'm like, "What?"
Well,
Oh,
have we changed devices though since our last live?
Yeah.
I know I've changed a device or two, and
No, I've had this S22 since then.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Yeah, that it's weird.
didn't I thought you said you wanted not to have this light on?
I did.
That
Oh,
probably
hey.
looks a
We
lot
probably
better.
don't look so scary anymore.
Yeah. That kind of helped out.
Mm-hmm.
It made it a little bit better in here.
Yeah.
And I need to quit fidgeting with things. So I've got a fidget problem when I'm talking. I will admit that.
He needs a fidget spinner.
Got a fidget spinner, I'll tell you where to send one. So just don't send me 100.
We'll brand him. Well, Xena was part of our technical issue. Not 100%. She just was being a little rowdy, and when she's being a little rowdy and we're trying to set up, we're wired. As you can see, we're wired on our mics because sometimes the wireless stuff doesn't work for us. So
Yeah, the wireless, we have a Rode mic that we usually use, and that's what we do the actual videos with. Doesn't work too well when we're connected to Wi-Fi and stuff like that. It makes some weird popping noises, which in the new video you'll see.
yeah, there's some of that because
There's
we
some of that
forgot.
at the very beginning, and then I remembered. But usually we're pretty good at remembering. And then we have some wireless mics that are lavaliers that kind of do the same thing, and it's just something either with the mic or something. I don't know. We just found the wire works better.
Yep. Carl,
Yeah.
American trains over there. Are they steam engines? I'm always interested in steam engines. I think they're super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we've actually they do some Thresherman parades around here that have steam engines and stuff. That was Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
We remember that one. God, I ought to show some photos from back when in the day when we were doing some photo shooting and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. because we did the Labor Day parade. We just went out and photo shot the Labor Day parade, and that had some pretty cool
Oh,
steam
that
engine in
was
it.
neat.
Yeah.
That was definitely neat.
Even though it was on a trailer being hauled, it was still pretty cool. It was a running steam engine. Yeah, gosh,
That was one seriously loud parade.
yeah,
And
it
I'm
was
not
worth it.
talking like they had, I think, one or two marching bands that were exceptional, and then all of the farming equipment and tractors and this, that, and the other, and every single one of them, has to honk their horn and blow their whistles and all that kind of wild stuff. Awesome. If I'm not subscribed, Carl, I will go take a looky.
Yes,
Because yeah.
It's where I grew up in Pennsylvania. I grew up in Oil City, Pennsylvania. It was pretty much the birthplace of oil. So I'll kind of give you a little bit of history about me. I really don't talk too much about it. So I grew up in Pennsylvania. It was Oil City, Pennsylvania, pretty much a birthplace of oil. If you go look up Drake Well Museum or just Drake Well himself, it'll talk about a lot of the oil and stuff of what they used to do back in the day. And we actually had a place called Oil Creek. It famously got its name from what they used to do. They used to actually send oil from Titusville down to Oil City, and they just floated down the river. And then eventually, of course, you got your trains. That became later in life. But ever since then, I remember when I was a little kid going down to there. I would walk across that railroad bridge. You could get down to the bank or down to the river. You could just see the oil scum just floating across the river.
Constant.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even call it a river. It was more of a creek, and it was probably maybe about 10 foot wide,
Yeah.
10, 12 foot wide.
River, creek.
Whatever you want to call it. Creek.
And I'm not.
It's a Pennsylvania thing how I talk sometimes too. It's one of them things. And sometimes I can get a southern accent because I actually lived in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for a while. But anyways, that's what they used to do, is they usually just floated down the river. Now, we're out here in Illinois. I have no experience with agriculture. We get corn and beans.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's what they teach in school. Here, I learned about oil in Pennsylvania because it's Quaker and we have an Amish, whatever you want to call them. Pronunciations are always different. Just depends on where you're at. Soda, pop, tomato, potato. Potato. But anyways, yeah. So I kind of grew up in what they would call the Allegheny Mountains. She's used to the Uinta Mountains. So there's some tradition differences there, of course, in mountains.
Well.
But, yeah. But back to the trains. I actually grew up with model trains when I was growing up. And I remember doing that. We used to have a model train set me and my dad built back in the day, and I just remember painting the little figurines and stuff like that.
Doing dioramas and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We would plant little grass and trees and a railroad crossing.
I don't think we ever got quite that energetic. I think if there was, anything stock diorama in the box, then I got stuck out by the train track. But yeah, we were more into just like making it go around.
I can't remember if it was.
I don't think we ever had anything really big.
Then I got into model rockets when I was younger. Launching model rockets.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple friends that still do that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Did that back when I was, probably in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade with my friend Pat. I used to go up to the park and launch model rockets all the time. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
So back when you were a kid, sometimes I feel like I need to be a kid again. But anyways, yeah. So Memorial Day in the U.S. What's everybody doing other than watching us Afterwards,
Got barbecues.
maybe you got some
Got
barbecue going
lives to
on.
visit.
I think I know what I'm going to be doing
Places to
later,
visit.
which is probably I might have to mow the yard.
Yeah, I already took an allergy pill because I figure anybody who's not already caught up on that, it's likely that it will occur later.
Christine, you got anything going on for Memorial Day today? Sometime I think maybe we need to talk to you, Christine.
Yeah.
And just do like a collab and bring the camper out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll roll on one of
We
your Tuesday night fire chats.
we thought about that almost.
Oh, we almost
I almost did that Saturday night.
Considered the fact that maybe
Just
we should
rolling
just
on,
go
yeah.
over there and say hi.
Just plug in. But then again, it was like
It was
storms.
Yeah. If the weather would have been a little bit more decent, we probably would have just showed up at your house and said, "Hi, how you doing?
Uh-oh.
Come on over."
Come on over, laugh out loud. Uh-oh, don't invite us. That could be a permanent mistake. No, it's not a permanent mistake.
No.
But anyways, gosh, there was something else I was going to say, and it just like left my head because I don't know what I was thinking. That's what I said.
I don't know.
I feel like that. I just looked at the dog, and she's like in La La Land, looking out the window.
She's just getting enough air through the door, and
I wish you guys could see.
It's currently quiet in the neighborhood, which is
very
a rarity. And the thing is that's kind of why we went sort of early for our lives. Our lives are usually in the evening, so
yeah.
The reason we did it in the morning is because we know the shenanigans that go on around here in the evening, so we decided to come out when it was.
And maybe catch some fellow campers before they went ahead and packed it up and left. But I know some fellow campers that pack it up early and just go.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things we'll stick it out until the last.
Yeah, we're often leaving at the time when they're about to kick us out anyways, because I'd rather get my last extra few minutes at the campground that I'm at and enjoy it. Except for this weekend. Yeah. Wow.
I'll give you one hint what happened this weekend. I can tell you it takes us about 15 minutes to get this camper down. That's it. That's it. 15 minutes. That's all we need. But anyways, yeah, why we haven't done too many videos from the house. What's Memorial Day?
Memorial Day is where you honor the military veterans that have gone before us. Those that either died in war or after. They often put a lot of American flags out by their gravestones.
Yes.
It's a time to remember the fallen. Remember the fallen.
The ones that have fought. So yeah, back to kind of why we haven't done many videos from here at the house, or too much of anything, is our neighbors are just freaking something else. Honestly, the worst one right now that we have going on is one directly beside me. I used to own the place. I know what it was like, and I'll tell you what, if somebody would ask me to buy it, I wouldn't even buy it for $1.
Not now.
She's got like 3, maybe 4, 5, 6 dogs living in there.
At least 3 identifiable voices are often yelling
Yeah.
out the windows.
It's like, but I have a
And
pretty good.
it is what it is.
I have
I
a
understand people
pretty
get
good
lonely and
inkling.
they love their animals, but if you can't be around,
She's not there half the time.
she works a lot, doesn't have any roommates except for her animals, and she's had to get rid of like 2 couches.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of noise that comes from there. Then we have some neighbors that live across the street that often get into some rambunctious partying modes and slam chairs around, and if they get too drunk, they end up fighting.
It does make life a little rough to do things.
Yeah, so we typically don't go live from our house because the chaos is just over the top. We typically like to do our lives out in the woods where it's pretty, but
most of our filming out in the woods where it's
a lot of our filming is out in the woods or doing repairs on the camper to keep it going.
If we can try to do that in the woods, we would.
And we have done some updates on, we did the
Reflectix.
The Reflectix at the super secret campground that we don't talk about.
We'll just call that the river.
We'll call that the river, yeah. Then we just...
Most people know what that is, the river.
Wink, wink. Then we've got... we did the water, the jerry cans out in the woods.
Yeah, we did that at Illini.
At Illini. And I mean, when we can do something that we're gonna, do anyway, and it's not something that's super tool reliant, then we'll do fixes out on the road. That's not a big deal.
Now, why haven't we been camping lately? Some people might ask.
We're poor.
Well,
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. My job is kind of haven't been getting hours, so there's a longer story behind that. So we won't need to talk about that. Anyways, yeah, we haven't been camping because they haven't been getting hours. Period.
The time's been available. Just the cash flow has been
limited
on the tight side.
And then, after watching, I'm going to say it was like late April 26th, 24th area. We've driven across I-80 at least 20 times since we've been married.
Oh, yeah.
We know I-80 by the back of our hand. I mean, just back of our hand. And with the amount of tornadoes that have happened lately, and there's a place called Waverly, Nebraska. We know exactly where that's at. Ashland, Nebraska. It's just.
Oh, yeah. It's Ashland, Nebraska, and oh gosh, what was the other one that the campground we don't Shelby?
Yeah,
Shelby, Nebraska, or Shelby, Iowa. I mean, we get a little bit obsessed watching some of the weather channels that we watch, but it's relevant news to us because we travel in areas that are known to have terrible, terrible weather.
Yeah. There's many times we've stopped, we've pulled over.
Last year, in fact, we were driving across Interstate 80, and when we were on our way through Wyoming, there was literally a tornado-watched storm up to the point where we would have normally been camping.
Yeah.
So, long story short, tornadoes chased us to the west, and we kept going, and yeah.
Yeah, because we were going to stay at a campground we stayed before, twice with Pepper.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's
BLM land.
It's BLM. It's free. You go out, you park. There's 0 amenities. You better bring it, and you better take it with you.
Yep.
But it's absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful. I really want to stay there again.
I do too. I really do. It's cool.
Excuse me.
And it's not far from what's that town I hate so bad?
Laramie.
Laramie. It's not far from Laramie, Wyoming.
Yeah.
So realistically, if you have to pick up some supplies, you can.
So before the highest point on I-80, Bedivere.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous,
It's
gorgeous
up
place. Gorgeous place to go. There's, if you like rock climbing, you can do rock climbing out there.
Yeah, there's an area that is actual mildly civilized campground, and then there's some Bureau of Land Management land on the outskirts of that, and
it's dispersed.
That's where we went. Camping. It's very dispersed. There's marked places where you're allowed to camp, and it's cool. We hit a couple of spots there that were really neat, so we like it.
Yeah. So, also, gosh, what else were we going to talk about here?
I don't remember. We were only going to give teasers about the video that's coming out because it becomes self-explanatory in the video.
I really want to show you guys something nobody has probably seen, and I'm actually sitting here staring at it, but I'm gonna have to get up and get it, so I do apologize, and hopefully I don't disturb the one that's sleeping ever so gently. So let me go grab this.
The shirt?
Yeah, I'd like to grab this shirt.
Oh.
So I do apologize. Okay.
It's kind of wrinkly, but
kind of wrinkly, kind of not. We don't care. So, some people have seen. We've done another. Gosh, I don't even know what to call it. We've done a thing called A-Frame Camping. Camp More, Be Happy. So we went ahead and put that on a shirt. And then on the back, which I hope, it's going to be the hardest scripting to read because it's easier to see when it's in the light.
Can I, does that help?
Now, I can't even remember what the script was that I wrote, so let me turn it around and read it. See you down the road at the next campground. Now, when you're actually out in the sun, this thing looks brilliant.
It looks really cool outside.
So yeah, it's just nobody will find one of these because these are a long sleeve. So these are something for.
These were kind of our demos, and we did them in a hurry.
We were wondering how they're going to look on the color shirt I have here. So I happened to pick these up pretty cheap, and stuff. And I thought they actually turned out pretty cool. We actually got stickers that actually say that, and they're on the back of the camper and stuff like that. But I just wanted to show you guys that. We do own a Cricut, and once in a while we do get creative with a few things. I thought maybe we had.
I got some stickers.
She got some stickers. You got some stickers.
There's that set.
Oh, speaking of neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard the banging.
They're starting to get.
So she's got some stickers. And this is actually one that we did. Evidently, my wife wants to go to Roswell, New Mexico. Really?
Why not?
Hey.
What?
There are no more of these in there.
Are they in the... Okay, they're probably underneath that thing. Yeah, I don't have them in here.
Well, anyways, when we went through the eclipse, we made these for the... God, I'm shaky. We made that when we did the eclipse.
Because we went to Indiana.
We went to Indiana. So, That was actually pretty fun. And then
Those are the stickers.
them are the stickers that we made. So, I mean, we can make various other kind of window decal stickers and stuff like that. It's just something we do in the spare time. We don't charge much for them. But yeah.
I know, Sweet Acres. I would probably have to, you know, put a bunch of green Christmas lights on my A-frame just to call them in and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely have a good time in Roswell, New Mexico, because this was just like, hey, we should put this on the telescope. It might have saved the telescope. This might have saved the telescope. Who knows?
Let me put them back.
No, that was just a random silly. I thought we should put one of those on the telescope, and
Did you put one of these on?
no, I didn't.
What'd you print these up for?
I intended to put one on the telescope. It never made it. I did get one of our Eclipse ones on there, though.
Well, you did it with the.
I just did it with the yeah.
Just with the yellow and the Indiana on it. She didn't do the lettering. So, all right, here's that.
No, it's because we had miscellaneous issues with cuts and the stickers, and when you're Anyway,
Yeah.
long story short, I was using things that were quasi screw ups. So
yeah, because that's a three.
That's a 3-layer sticker. That's a
3-layer sticker.
This particular one is a 2-layer sticker because I didn't put it on the white backing.
Yeah.
We ran out of white backing at that time, and I'm like, well, yeah, that way I'll know what stickers in that envelope, and they're not in there. So funny.
Yeah, I've been wanting to put one on the back of the camper right below the A-frame camping
There's
one.
some in here. They're just underneath the cabinet. So
well, I think that thing is still in a good napping mood.
She's being super good. I'm shocked.
We're running about 45 minutes, and I'm probably getting a little hungry, and I'm getting out of Mountain Dew, and I imagine you're getting out of coffee.
I got about a half cup.
I'm surprised.
Technically, I'm surprised too, but yeah.
But yeah, I think Memorial Day, I think we're going to probably go in, and I'm hungry. Breakfast burgers. I call it breakfast burgers.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't ate yet.
Yeah.
We get up late. Usually we're up at, well, usually I'm up at 4. I slept into about like 7 this morning. I didn't have to work. I'm going to get paid for it. I might as well sleep.
Well, you know, once again, we were watching Scary Weather again last night.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've already got the video processed and everything. It's sitting on YouTube. It's just got to wait for me to publish it. So probably, I don't know.
Sometime. Shortly.
It's like 10:45-ish almost. So, Central. So we will probably release that to the public here probably about 11:30 noon. So if you got
hour or so.
Yeah, if you got an hour to wait, that's great. If not, you can queue it up sometime later. Watch it. Some interesting things in there. Wait till you see the title. Because it happens.
Yeah.
So, anyways, gosh. Great to see you guys. Oh, great to see you guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
Roswell would be awesome. Yes, it would be awesome in Roswell. I would love to go to Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Actually, we just
watched
the campground video of another YouTuber, and
oh yeah, I'm
love to go
wanting to go there now because that place looked really cool, and this guy is usually pretty chill, but he went towards the weird, which was funny.
Yeah.
He nailed it on the video, so it was great. But honestly, the area where he was at, I would definitely like to scope it out because it was cheap camping too, and real close to Roswell.
Yeah, $10 a night. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I'd take it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the aliens, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Aliens are awesome.
If we go down to Roswell, I'd definitely go to Grand Canyon after that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's all relatively close, anyways.
And if we want to do any of that, I suggest we probably get a new truck.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
Not an electric one if we can help it.
no. No. And if we want to get a new truck, I suggest I probably get a new job. Trying to been working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Jobs are kind of scarce in Illinois.
Mhm.
It's kind of weird, especially if you're in
Rural Illinois?
BFE
Yeah, that's
somewhere.
yeah.
You know,
BFE doesn't translate all the way.
where we live, the next town is about. Well, any other town is about like 20 minutes away. I mean, that seems to be like how Central Illinois is set up. Is like, it seems to be like, hey, the next town is like about 20 minutes away, 15, 20 minutes away. It's kind of weird like that. But if you want to go to a big town, it's like 45 minutes away to an hour. So we got two of them, and I've been trying to find jobs done around them areas, and it's like one place I do want to work at. I keep getting rejection notice or a letter because
we live
too far away.
In rural
45 minutes away. Actually that's pretty decent. I bet you if I lived in Pontiac, I'd probably get it. And you know how far that is away? 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Except for they're closer to the interstate, where I'm 10 miles from the interstate. So I think that's what their reasoning is.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
But I just...
But I don't mind being 10 miles from the interstate.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. But, yeah, trying to find another job in computer IT, it's been kind of rough. I just don't know if maybe I should just stop what I'm doing and change gears and go to something else. It's probably what I'm going to have to do sometime. I thought about it and looked at a job, and I'm like, there's no way in heck I don't understand that stuff. So I've got to make a decision soon. I'm going to probably say by the time we're back from vacation. Because, gotta. But anyways, it was great to get on, do a live, have technical difficulties before it.
Maybe our next one will be more on the ball. It'd be cool. I don't know.
The biggest technical difficulties, and actually Jeff guessed it, was Xena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was spazzing around the camper until just right before we got the camera rolling, and she plopped, and we're just like, whoa.
And between, hey, I got to go to the bathroom, that was about the other thing. So, it's one of them things.
Doggoverse. It's the Doggoverse.
Yeah, you can never plan when the dog's going to go crap or poop.
I mean,
pee or poop. Sorry.
Actually, if I recall, the last time we had a live, there was another technical difficulty having to do with Xena because she decided she wanted to murder that squirrel. And remember that at Illini?
Yeah.
And she desperately wanted to murder a squirrel. So she's pretty much our exclusive technical difficulty, just on account of she's really good at it. So she's cute though, and she's still snoozing. It's wonderful.
I can't help. All right, we're gonna do it.
Show off the cute face, doggies.
Now, you shouldn't get any kind of noise. Now, doesn't that look comfy? That looks really comfy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, this dog is a good dog. Most dogs, we all know most dogs, I'm going to spin slow, so I'm not making everybody sick. So sorry. So sorry you're going to see our dirty atmosphere in here. Try to get us a little bit more level. All right.
It's close enough.
So
We ain't picky.
we need to tighten that up. It's a ditch.
We're kind of mildly crooked anyway.
Okay. Mildly crooked.
I know, she's been there, Sweet Acres, she's been there for
This dog,
the duration of this live, so.
we're just going to talk about Xena here real quick before we get ready to go. When we got her, she was the dog that I thought, hey, we needed. She stuck her paw out at Mitzi, and we said, yeah, we'll keep an eye on you.
She is
We
cute.
walked the floor. We came back. We applied for her. She was there one day before we seen her. And then we found out we were getting her. We went and got her. Thing didn't have a voice for
3 days.
3 days.
And then she decided to bark.
And that voice hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
But
She does like to sing the song of her people.
the first day that we ate a cheeseburger in front of her, she had an inkling to sit there and beg or try to grab for it. We told her to lay down. She laid down. Since that day,
She doesn't bug us about food.
no food. If I eat a chip, she'll go just lay down. That's the best damn dog ever. So, in my heart, she won my heart because of that. So yeah, she is a really sweetheart. Trying to get her to do a lot of things isn't too hard. She's pretty agreeable.
She's learned a bunch of words, and she's very key to those words.
Yeah.
Inside, outside, various
Careful.
toy words. Yeah. You can't.
Yeah,
we
that dog
can't
will
say
fucking-
the ALL word, or else she freaks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But she loves to play. She loves to romp.
God, if you knew our last dog, Pepper. Oh man,
Love you, Sweet Acres.
taking off. She had to go.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh yes, that is true. I know.
Yep. Timing. I'm good with that.
Timing.
But yeah, I think we'll probably give it a.
We are gonna get going here ourselves. I just wanted to wrap up about Xena there.
We had to show you her super cuteness because she is cute.
Yep. So, thanks once again, guys.
Thanks for the love. Thanks for
Stopping
popping by. Throw us a like. Just anytime we get visits to our site, we're happy. So
Yeah. Thank you.
thanks for coming
Thank you very
along, and welcome up new peoples. And have a great day.
Shane, thanks.
Thanks, Shane. Thanks for coming
I
by.
enjoy watching you guys on Sunday. By the
Yeah.
way, even though I'm not there, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm
She's the
usually
one-
the one who's poking around and you know, stuff. But he's often in this, on the sidelines
Yeah, we're in the same room.
watching, hearing. But yeah, I enjoyed Sweet Acres live the other day. That was a good time.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, have a good one yourself. Sure, we'll talk later or whatever.
Yeah.
But, guys, till later, which is in about an hour. You can check out our video. You can see us again. It's not long. It's about 15, 17 minutes. So it's a pretty quickie. Other than that, later.
Have a great day.
All right, now I forget how to cancel this. Oh, there's X right there.
That big X. Yep.
Pink.